Hey guys, so I'm driving right now, but I wanted to make a quick video for you guys. Like I said, I'm driving, so I'm not going to be able to do any of the chat, like the comments or anything like that. Like, I'm not going to be reading it. If I make it to where I'm going and I'm still doing the video or the Periscope, then at the end I'll ask if anyone had any questions, because I'll be able to read them then. But, so I just want to give a few tips, just a few things that I don't know if all of you know, or don't know if I've said it since some of you have started. So I just figured I'd go through a couple different things. So one thing that I wanted to share with you is that when you post a photo on Instagram and then you share it to Facebook, you're limiting the people that can see it. So let's just say you had, and I don't know the exact numbers, but everything's an algorithm. So let's say you have 100 friends and you share a photo from Instagram onto Facebook. 30 of your friends are going to see it. Now, if you take that same photo and you post it directly onto Facebook, about 50 of your friends are going to see it. If you add one of those things like feeling excited, watching Grey's Anatomy, eating pizza, like if you add one of those things, or like one of the filters or any of the features for Facebook, if you add any of that, now 65 people saw it. Hang on. Needed some water. So you've posted it directly on Facebook and you've added one of those special things. Now 65 people are seeing it. If you post it and then like your own post, now 80 people are seeing it. So if you want more people to see it, which if you're trying to get customers or distributors or even just share something funny, I imagine you want more than 30 people to see it. So if you post it directly on Facebook and do one of those fun features and like your own post, then so many more people are going to see it. So that's one tip for you guys. Another tip for you guys is when you're going through on Instagram. Now, my Instagram is private. I've tried it both ways, and the only thing that I found with it being public is that I get a lot of people that don't speak my language trying to follow me, or following me, and then commenting on my stuff in their language, which is just like squiggly lines or crazy triangle letters and stuff that I can't read, and it just frustrates me. Or I get a bunch of other distributors that follow me and try and talk to my potential customers and potential distributors and try and steal them and all that. So I stick with private is the better option for me and my business. But so with that being said, I have to go through follow requests. So what I do to expand my followers is when if I have a follow request from you, I'm going to your page to see if I'm going to approve it. If I am going to approve it, I'm going to like about 10 of your pictures, and I'm going to try and comment on one or two of them. And if, because you know how like on Instagram it'll say like so-and-so, 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 so-and-so all liked the picture, or it'll be like 11 people liked this photo. If it has a number, so I can click on it and then it has a list, if it has a number, I'll click on that and on the most recent photo, and I'll go through and I'll follow those people if they're female, or if they look like they're a dad or something like that, someone that I don't feel like is going to be creepy. I'll follow them because that means I was an active account. Like, this picture posted 5 hours ago and you've already liked it. That means you use your Instagram. That means that you're not an account that hasn't been touched in 3 years. So that's how I grow my followers. I know a lot of people were doing Crowdfire and stuff like that, which is totally cool. I used to do it too until it locked me out and wouldn't let me log into Crowdfire. Long story. But, sorry, I just drove past some place that this morning was posted on Facebook that it was on fire, so I wanted to look at it. It's a McDonald's. with Crowdfire, you're like, when you're copying followers and stuff, it's like, that's great, and you're doing a mass amount at a time, so chances are some of them are going to follow you back, but you don't know if that's an active account, you don't know if that is someone that speaks your language, or anything like that. So, that's why I like doing it, liking, or following the people that just like someone else's photo. Another huge tip that I have for you is don't be negative. If you're posting negative stuff on Facebook or Instagram, it's going to turn the positive people off, and it's going to attract the negative people. So if you're having a bad day, message someone and be like, can I talk to you? Because I'm having an awful day. I don't know anyone in this business, unless they're having a completely awful day too and they know that they're not going to be any help. I don't know anyone that's going to be like, no, I can't talk to you today. Like, one team, one mission. We're all here for each other. Now, granted, if you just started last week and you're like, oh, I heard Jade Hooper is amazing, I'm going to message Jade Hooper and be like, I'm having a bad day. Can I talk to you? Chances are she's not going to be like, oh, yeah, sure. I mean, obviously, if you're her personally enrolled team or something like that, then maybe. But if you're just like, oh, she makes great YouTube videos, I'm going to message her. Come on now. Message your upline, message your sideline, message your enroller, message your diamond upline. Like, we all know that there's bad days, especially when you're first getting started. Fake it to make it is a huge thing to me, because when I got started, that's kind of how it was for me, is I had to fake the complete positive. I was such a negative person, like, always had been. I was the person that, I'm at traffic lights, so I'm looking. I was the person that every time we were engaged at the time, every time my fiance and I got in a fight, oh, Facebook knew about it. Every time someone at work made me mad, oh, Facebook knew about it. Every time the dog chewed up something, Facebook knew about it. Every time little man was like blatantly being bad, like, you got a little kid, I mean, they're moody, they have tantrums, they're extra tired or they're extra hungry, and they just don't know how to really control their emotions. But there's a big difference between that and, what? You said don't shoot a water gun in the house? Let me go soak your computer. There's a big difference. So, anytime something bad happened, oh, trust me, Facebook knew about it. I was that person all day long. So I had a big time fake it till I made it. I had a fake that things are so peachy perfect great until things started being so great, and I honestly say that if I didn't do that, if I didn't act to the outside world like things were being so awesome, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. Like, I wouldn't have grown my business. People would have continued to look at me and been like, oh my gosh, she needs to grow up. Like, that's pretty much where it would have still been. And so, just don't post the negative. It's not worth it. You might feel better when 10 other people go, yeah, screw him, he's awful. But at the end of the day, is that what you want? Do you want people bashing your boyfriend? Do you want people bashing your parents? Do you want people bashing your siblings or your friends because you guys got in what might seem like a big deal right that moment, but a small fight? Like, it's not worth it. So stop with the negative. What else was I gonna give you a tip about? Oh, something that I don't know, again, if I've said since some of the new people on my team have gotten started, is no is not no. No is not right now. So, when you're talking to someone and you're like, hey, can you be a product tester for me? Can you try out one of these amazing products? And they're like, no, thank you. Give them however much time they need, because either in 2 months, in 6 months, in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, I guarantee you that they're going to be trying it. They're going to be trying something. Or they're going to join the team. Because everyone's going to be skeptical. I mean, if you just started this, why should they believe you? Why should they think that this is the best thing ever? It's like if you started working, if like a new restaurant opened up and you started working there, and you're just like, this is the greatest place on earth, come eat. People are going to be like, well, greatest place on earth, you know, like, is it really good food? Hey, my sister, have you been here yet? Hi, my aunt, have you been here yet? No, you guys haven't gone yet? So-and-so says it's awesome, but that's where she's working. Of course she's going to say it's awesome. She wants me to come in and tip her. Like, they're going to be skeptical. Why wouldn't they be skeptical? So, don't take it personally. Don't take the no as, how dare you message me, anything like that. I mean, if they're really that opposed to it, they're going to unfriend you or they're going to block you. And you kind of have to just build up a thick skin, because that's going to happen. It's going to happen all the time. And you just need to stop. Just don't take it personally. I have family members, my in-laws. I think I'm friends with one of my sister-in-laws on Facebook. But outside of that, I think I'm friends with her and her husband still on Facebook. But my other sister-in-law, her husband, my brother-in-law, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. Like, I'm not friends with any of them on Facebook. I was friends with most of them, but they were tired of seeing my posts, so they unfriended me. Whatever. We go over there for dinner, I still see them. They're not just like, hey, what are you doing here? I mean, it's whatever. Like, you just gotta not let it bother you, because if you're gonna let someone unfriending you stop you from running your business, it's like, did you join this business? Did you say, I'm going to make a huge decision and I'm going to change my life for the better, and I'm going to give the best life possible to my significant other, my child, my niece, my nephew, my pet, whatever your situation is, or just you yourself. If you said that and you're like, okay, I'm starting this, you didn't start this and say, like, that's what you said. You didn't start this and say, you know, I'm going to join It Works, but only if my sister-in-law buys wraps. If my sister-in-law doesn't buy wraps, then I'm not even ever going to think about doing this again. No! That's not what you did. That's not how you started this. You started this for you, your family, your situation. Not because of someone else. That's the same thing also is, if you sign up some distributors and things don't work out and they're not working, or they're not working as much as you like, or whatever, you didn't start this with two people underneath of you. You started this on your own, and you said, I'm starting my journey and I'm going to do this. So what? You signed up 2 people and they quit. That's their loss. What do you do now? You sign up 2 more people. You move on. Don't waste your time worrying about the people that you thought you were going to do this with. Like, this is about you, and this is helping your life and your family and your situation. You want to pay off those student loans? Pay them off. You want to buy a new house? Buy it. You want a new vehicle? Get it. You want your kid to stop having to go to get daycare and you want to stay home with them? Do it. You didn't start this because you were hoping that that person on Instagram was going to be your top runner. No, you didn't know who they were. You had no clue. They signed up. They didn't do anything with it. Move on. Pretend it never happened. Just go for it. Continue your business. I had 2 or 3 other things, but I honestly don't even remember right now. So I guess I'm gonna stop there. For my team, I'll upload this to my YouTube. For those of you that don't follow me on YouTube, go ahead and follow me on YouTube. But I'll upload this to YouTube and I'll go ahead and put it on the team page so you guys can ask questions there. I really don't remember the other thing I was going to say. So, alright guys, I'll go ahead and post this.